What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. I appreciate you checking out this video. Kind of doing my weekend ramble, guys. I'm just going to kind of talk about a few things. It's probably going to be mostly sports today, probably all sports. I really haven't looked at really anything in the news per se of anything that's happened over the last week and a half. And I know I've kind of wavered from my weekend ramble here a little bit, but I kind of want to restart this thing up. I kind of do it on the weekends, usually on Sunday mornings, which it is. It's about almost 10 o'clock here, guys. I've had a cup of coffee already. My buddy just left to go back to Wyoming. He's going to see his mom one last time before he hits the road. So, Brian, my buddy's name's Brian. If you see this video, I hope you had a safe trip back, buddy. And you know, you're always welcome here. Instead of spending hundreds of dollars on a hotel room. So, I just want to say thanks for stopping by, and I appreciate you coming by and talking with you and whatnot, because it's just me in this house, and I was happy to have some human interaction. And just have a safe trip home, buddy, and I hope to see you again soon. So, anyway, guys, I want to talk about the Michigan game here a little bit now that my emotions have calmed down a little bit. As you guys know, Ohio State beat Michigan. I believe it was I don't think they hit the field goal, so I think it was 20-17 for the final score. And I very well could be wrong, guys. I'm just kind of going off of memory. I didn't look this up here real quick to see what the final score, but I think it was 20-17 was the final score. It was a great game, you guys. It was very well matched against both teams. Even though my own personal opinion was, I don't think it was a first down, and anyone who tries to say otherwise, you're not going to convince me of it. That was not a first down. When the guy's hip was behind the line and he hit his own guy first, you're not going to tell me that it wasn't a first down. You're just not going to convince me of that. But the referees said it was, and they had home field advantage and whatnot. And even after that play was done, it just deflated that team. Because you guys looked on the next play, they didn't seem to play hard on the next play after they said that it was confirmed or it stood or whatever they said. It very much deflated the team and they didn't look to really play hard on that next play and scampers in for the touchdown to give Ohio State the win. So I thought it was a very evenly matched team. I thought going into the game, I thought Michigan should have ran the ball more. Now, this is my own personal opinion, guys. You guys can go ahead and let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of this game. Excuse me. I thought at the beginning, I thought it was going to be a very close game no matter what, guys. It was either going to be Michigan won by 3, or I thought it was going to be a blowout by Ohio State. It was going to be either of those two scenarios that played out. I didn't think it would be this close of a game towards the end of the game here, or towards the end of the season. But it was a very well-matched game, guys. I think you had two of the best teams in the Big Ten playing. Unfortunately, the two best teams were playing for the Big Ten title. And unfortunately, Ohio State nor Michigan is going to be in the Big Ten championship game. Because those two teams are the better team. Wisconsin, I guess you could make a case for. Wisconsin, if any Wisconsin folks are watching, I hope you guys blow Penn State out of the water. I don't think they even deserve to be in that championship game. I don't even think they deserve their number 8 ranking on top of it. So, but I guess it is what it is, guys. But kind of going back to the game, I thought that Michigan ran the ball well on Ohio State. I thought they were, especially in the first half, I thought the Ohio State's defense was out there too long. Barrett was not accurate on his passes. He seemed rattled, especially getting sacked as many times as he did. He didn't feel comfortable in the pocket. Michigan Michigan's usually not very well on the option. I thought they did a particularly good job with this. I just thought when they had that 10-point lead, it was time to run the ball, and history showed during that game that they could run the ball against Ohio State. I don't know why they wavered against that. Harbaugh seemed to think that Spike was doing well and should have thrown the ball. I don't think that was a very good choice on his part. I thought they should have kept running the ball and told Ohio State, you want to stop us, you got to stop the run. Because Michigan was running the ball well. They could have mixed the run and the pass. I didn't think they did well on that part either, especially on some downs where I thought they should have ran or done a sweep or maybe have done a play-action pass or something like that to kind of – and even throw some long passes as well. I thought that was not even a part of the game plan at all, and I think that's what eventually got Michigan in, especially with some of those 3-and-outs. Michigan defense was out there far too long in the second half. You could tell they were getting tired. So, but I thought they did a pretty good job, really, depending on what they were. But they needed some more time to rest. There was too many 3-and-outs by that Michigan offense. And the penalties didn't help us either, guys. I honestly thought, you guys, even though that last play wasn't a first down, really I kind of thought the game was pretty well officiated. Now, there was times where Ohio State didn't get the calls that I thought they should have got, and Michigan didn't get the calls they should have got. You know, you're going to have that, especially in Columbus, where you have home field advantage, and probably the referees are probably going to sway towards Ohio State a little bit. But especially that one blocking play where I think it went for 25 to 30 yards and the hands grabbing the face mask, that was not needed. Not needed. He didn't, that offensive lineman, the center, did not need to do that. I don't know what was going through his head when he did that. I mean, that was just a kind of a deflator for the offense. But there was a couple of other things that really it all comes down to Harbaugh and not running the ball. That's really all it comes down to, not running the ball. But it looks like how it all shakes out and whatnot, if Michigan State or Ohio State and then Big Ten champion go to the playoff, looks like Michigan may go to the Rose Bowl. But I don't know, you guys. It's going to have to see how this all shakes out. We're either going to the Rose Bowl or probably the Outback Bowl, which Michigan, whoever plays in that, will probably kick their ass probably with their offense. And I hope they, in the bowl game that they go to, I hope they have some motivation to kick the other team's ass, whether it's the Pac-12 champion, which I don't know how well Washington is. I don't see any Pac-12 games, so I really don't know how all the other teams fit in. Alabama's obviously going to be there. Clemson's obviously going to be there. It just depends on what other team's going to go into. Is 2 Big Ten teams going to go in there? Is it going to be Ohio State? Is it going to be only Penn State? Is it going to be another Pac-10 or Big 12 team? I don't know, guys. I honestly don't watch any of the other conferences, and I'm not going to even speculate on that. Washington looks like they kicked Washington State's tail, I think. Is last time I seen it was only 35-14, I think, or something like that. So it looked like they had that game pretty well in hand. And I only had looked on the ESPN app on my phone. So, anyway, guys, sorry, we're kind of going into 8 minutes on here. Michigan State. What a disastrous season for that team is. I knew something was up when we played Furton and Michigan State only won by 14. And people were telling me, "Oh no, Eric, we're going to be okay. We ran a vanilla offense. We didn't want to show a whole lot against Notre Dame." And then when they go into the Notre Dame game, they kind of get that big lead, and then they bring them back up to almost within 7, and then Michigan State ends up winning the game. Those 2 games, guys, were the defining moment of the season to me. Because when they started getting into Big Ten play, and made that last, I think they had one more non-conference game. I can't remember who they played, but it was a downhill from there. And to be where they were at last year against Alabama and getting blown out by Alabama, which was, what was it, like 37-0? I know they didn't score that game. To being 3-9 and to being blown out by Penn State for the last game, I think it ended up being 42-12 or something. It was 40-something to 12. After the Michigan game, guys, I didn't watch any more football. We ended up watching the Red Wings game, which kind of sucked, but I'm not a big Red Wings fan. So, getting back to Michigan State, to where they were last year to where they are now, that's a big discrepancy, guys. I know they've lost, I guess they lost quite a bit of key players. I didn't think that Michigan State losing O'Connor would have been that big of a difference. But I know they had more key losses, and I can't remember all of them right now, but that's a big discrepancy from being in the playoff to being 3-9. That's a big gap, big gap. So it's kind of, like I said in my last video, it's going to be these 2 seasons are a defining moment for Michigan State football. Are you going to go back to being kind of a middle of the road team, maybe kind of being a 500 team, or are you going to try to get back up to that upper echelon, maybe get back into the national playoff? You got Brian Kelly down in Notre Dame, which he seems to be on the hot seat down there. You got Wisconsin's coach. Northwestern seems to be turning it around, getting to be a better team. You got Ohio State and Urban Meyer. You have Michigan. And Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh. Western Michigan seems to be doing well. You don't know if Western Michigan's coach is going to be going somewhere else, which I thought LSU actually keeping their coach down there was kind of a head scratcher, really. I thought they were going to go grab Western Michigan's coach and plug him in down there at LSU, but or at least that's the talk was up here in Michigan. But yeah, guys, you got Penn State being 8-1 out there in Pennsylvania. You got him to contend with. So D'Antonio's got a big. Got his hands full, I'm going to admit. Got his hands full to try to bring talent into East Lansing. But it's just going to be an interesting season, interesting offseason to see how this all plays out, guys. It is. Anyway, guys, and with the Tigers, guys, I'm going to just kind of hit on the Tigers here real quick. J.D. Martinez, I guess, is rumored they're in talks with the Giants. Now, that's 2 players now. You got Ian Kinsler and you got J.D. Martinez talks with going to the Tigers. There hasn't been any big announcement yet of any blockbuster trade that's happening with those 2 players. But if it looks like they're going to trade those 2 players, then they might as well try to trade off everything else too, guys. I mean, the team's getting old. Even though we were kind of close to getting into the playoffs, every year it's just going to be, I think, kind of more of the same. A little bit less wins, a little bit less wins. To me personally, I don't want to see it, but I understand where the team's at. We have way too much in payroll to be paying these guys. I think maybe about time to start disassembling the team, try to recoup some of those losses and whatnot. And we know it's going to be a meager season for the Tigers. But it just kind of seems if Avila can move players around and try to put the best team out in the field that he has. But anyway, guys, the Lions, I thank God for the Lions. That's kind of one of the only bright spot, really, out of all the Michigan sports teams that have won. What a play by Slay. And I'll admit, I've not been big on Slay's play. Try to say that 3 times fast. He came up big today, guys, and a couple of other times he came up big. I think he's starting to know his role. I hope he continues to do that role. He doesn't need to have the penalties and to grab and do all that. He just needs to work on. I think he just needs to work on his fundamentals and to use his fundamentals to get him where he's at. I mean, you guys can see potential. I can see potential with him being a shutdown corner. He's just not there yet. That's all my own personal opinion. But I think the defense is gelling. I think even with the Van Noy trade, which I still kind of think is, and a couple people think that, hey, Eric, you're off in left field on that one. But I still think that Van Noy trade was still kind of suspect. It seems to have worked out for the Lions. The offense seems to have gelled. The special teams seems to have been rectified finally after some meager years in the special teams department. But overall, guys, I liked what I seen. I did. I liked what I seen. So anyway, guys, we're coming up on 14 minutes, guys. I apologize for the long video. I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out now that my emotions are in check here, guys. But for the most part, guys, we didn't need all those penalties. We didn't need the hands to the face mask penalty. We certainly didn't need the pass interference call, but I don't know the rules in college. Maybe there's pass interference even on an uncatchable ball. I don't know. But it seemed to be the right call. I can't really complain about the referees in that game, but it is what it is, guys. We're going to have to see how this all plays out next week to see who goes where. And to see where the bowl selection committee puts people. So, anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I out in left field? What do you guys think? Go ahead and put it down in the comments. Do a like, subscribe while you're there, guys. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. I'm back to doing my stuff. My buddy's gone. I kind of felt obligated to make sure that his needs were met and whatnot, and being a host and all that, and making dinner for him and whatnot, even though his wife is an excellent, excellent cook. and she cooked, even though she didn't really need to. I could have very well done it, even though it wouldn't have been very good. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. We're almost going on 16 minutes. I apologize. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces.